Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be my preview of Seth Rollins' Leonardo. He's got the swingy blue katanas here. Actually, this is my favorite poster art of all of them. This looks very Seth to me. I don't know why, but this one entertains me a lot. So, of all of them, this is my favorite poster art. I just wanted to throw that out there. He is a new gen era focused acrobat. New gen. So Seth is S plus, and really as a fighter, I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter what he does. This coach is ridiculous. 3 years from now, you'll still be using this coach. So Seth's real S plus value to me is in this coach. Multiply gems generated from moves will increase your strength by 3. That's at the coach position. If you're wondering how good that is, how long have we been using Mherex? How good is Mherex as a coach while using him if you have him? The Seth, so if you have Matt and Sherry, the easiest way to give you a comparison is if you put Matt on somebody and check your damage, and then take Matt off and put Sherry on, that's a 2 multiply difference. Sherry makes you hit significantly harder than Matt. That is the same difference between Mherex and Seth Rollins at a coach. 2 multiply difference. And Mherex is already a fantastic coach. So the real reason to want Seth is this. As a fighter, he doesn't matter. I'll tell you right now, if I got him and I could get an affiliation for him, I wouldn't care what he did as a fighter. His value is right here. Like, one of the top coaches in the game, period, bar none. He's got to be like, yeah, him and Santa, I think, is probably the top 2 coaches. 17K Santa and Seth. Yeah. Anyway, preview. Link. TM and T. Any color moves that deal damage deal 75% more. New gen gems do 10% more damage, and the stock turtle gear. So a little bit of housekeeping first. This move down the drain, as far as I can tell, is completely worthless. I'll try and explain why. It's only 6 MP. It's 574k damage and almost 1 million bonus damage for every crossbreak gem, which sounds awesome. But he only makes the 3x3 area of crossbreaks. So that's 9 million. If you have 100% coach you can put on, that's 18 million. And at gold, this is going to be basically the same as silver. That's not necessarily horrible, but the moves that go with it, you could use the sub, the green sub, to load the blues, or this move, but then there's no way to get back to the green unless you swipe. So you would sub, then you do your blues, and then you'd blow up, put your crossbreaks down, hit this move, then blow up the board and hope you're recharged, which you probably would be because they're low charged, back into the sub. But it's really slow. Like, it's way worse than all the other builds. And it doesn't fit into like a triple blue because it's not gem damage, so none of the plates we have would work. At least at this point, it looks really good, but in actuality, it's like a complete throwaway move. If you had 4 moves equipped, this would be cool, and you could do a lot of fun stuff with it probably. But it's just 1 move short of doing anything, at least so far as I could tell, worthwhile when there's no 99 MP. That could be a completely different case with 99 MP, but I don't play characters with that in mind for previews, so I couldn't tell you there. Anyway, I'm going to start off with my least 2 favorite movesets. They're both equally my least favorite. Cowabunga, 10 MP finisher, deal 2.7 million damage, choose a 1x7 area to swap into greens, then choose a 7x1 area to swap into greens and pin the opponent. It's kind of weird, honestly, that to me, it's weird this wasn't like blue on one and green on the other. The fact that it's double green's kind of weird, but whatever, it works. Tortoise Rack, color submission. 5 MP, choose 7 gems to make into blue submission gems, do 537k damage for 3 turns. Remaining turn into power gems of strength 546k. And then Turtle Power, 587k damage, choose a 3x3 area to make into power gems of strength 423k. It's very strong. Strong. But to get to the blues, there's no way of loading the blue moves at all for Seth other than the sub. So anytime you're seeing the blue moves, um, you could, for example, run all blue MP trainers, start with the 10 MP, and have one power gem coach in Ray. I have the wrong loadout here. In Ray, but it's not enough damage at all. So you kind of have to go with the sub and also use Kofi to get enough damage. The downside with that is we're only going to have one blue MP, so we have to do a bunch of matching with the choose sub. So we're not going to be able to leave a lot of extra power gems, but that's okay because he's got big power gems. You can see with Kofels, with Ray, and with Bella, the power gems are over strength 2 million. It's a 3x3 area. That's 18 million. It's going to tick twice. That's 36 million. And then the finisher on top of it after the sub. You get an idea. It's basically going to do like a decent amount of damage. Anyway, strap for Seth. Right now, I have no plates equipped. It's move damage because he has no gem damage. You could go armor just as easily with the power gem set. So it's takedown 2s, and I have a green move damage medal. It's not doing anything for this move set. But yeah, it would add another 5 million with this finisher if it was blue. All right, so nothing would be charged except the sub, and these would each have 1 MP on them in feud, so we need to charge at least 8. 3. So easiest way is just to do 2 row breaks. And that basically leaves us 1 gem left. So let's throw that on the edge. All right, everything going according to plan. And then I just don't like subs, by the way. That's why this is not my favorite build set, these first 2. So now we're going to hit the finisher. It would be 9 million with a 200%er. Here's your first tick. Boom. And then here's your second tick. Boom. So we did 51 million damage on the pin. So at gold, that might go up to like 56 mil. And then hit your takedown medal. You're probably like 60 million after 99 MP with that. The reason I don't like it is because of the sub setup, right? Same deal here for this move set. So we're going to keep the sub in. We're going to use the Katana Kick, 1 MP yellow. Deal 1.1 million damage, increase your green MP by 5. That's a really cool move, by the way. Just the fact that it's 1 charge gives you 5 green MP. Shell Stomp, 10 MP finisher, gain 5 yellow MP, deal 6.6 million damage. Is spicy. That's why the takedown medals are on. For this moveset, the cool thing is you don't need an MP trainer. The downside is you need to rely on a sub and things going right off of the sub. I do think a lot of people will like this one. It's not my flavor, though. So, what's his face Doink here does 75 on all green moves and 75 on green finishers. So that means you get 75% on the tortoise rack, for example. If it was a green move, it's not. But it's basically double 150. It's 150 on a finisher. So Gable and Doink give you a 300% finisher damage to that big finisher. Anvil 50% and R-Truth 40%. So that's our finisher without medals at 32 million. No medals, no plates, 32 mil. So once you factor in the medal and the strap, you can see the finisher is 53 million. Now, before 99 or after 99 MP, this is what your gameplay loop will look like because you're not starting with MP. You'll hit this, the sub will be filled. And then you'll hit your sub. Doesn't really matter where you put the gems because you're not going to be able to tick them. So power gems or not, they're going to do nothing for you. It's literally there to buy you 1 more turn so you can fill the finisher with this move here. And then hit your 53 million. At gold, that's probably closer to 60. So it should be easy 1-turn wins. But you do have to use the sub. Obviously, that's without a chic plate. You put a chic plate on, you're hitting 1 green move in the sub. It's going to add the base of the finisher, which is like 6.6 million. Right? So you're going to do 6.6 mil on top of it. So people say chic plate triple green. The reason why I would say no is coming up. Not yet, but coming up. This moveset now is very interesting to me. It's pretty cool. So Katana Kick is there, but now we have Ninja Reflexes, 6 MP. Deal 1.4 million damage, increase your gem and move dodge chance by 100% for 1 turn. It's also a reversal, you can't be submitted. You're not going to get touched. So as long as you hit this move, you don't get touched. So entourage for this one, we're going to go with Kofi and Santa Hogan. So this is charge turn 1. And the stomp won't be ready till turn 2, but watch what happens. Because the dodge is up, this would get your finisher to 6 MP, and then we hit this, and now you can't be basically touched. It's essentially like a stun, but they can still do their stuff. So you swipe, BPP gets laughed at, ha 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 ha. And then he swipes and we laugh some more. It's just kind of ridiculous. And then we hit this, which fills the stomp. And then you hit your finisher for 42 mil. No chic plate would benefit this. But it is kind of cool. Of course, this next turn, they would be able to hit you. Because you have to wait for the stomp to do the thingamajiggy, you know? The dodgy thing. Now, there isn't one more alternative you can do with this moveset, and it's if you put steel in instead of Gable, you hit less hard, but you also can hit the finisher turn 1. I'll show you what I mean. So, here. And that will put you in this cycle where you're refilling the ninja reflexes every turn. Steiner, I'm sure, is going to kick out. But if you don't think you can turn 1, you can just like continue doubling with this. And if you can't turn 1 and you're like me and don't like subs, you just do this. And then you're on the same cycle because this would fill the finisher. So you're always refilling and you always have the Ultima dodge. It only does 32 mil on the finisher this way. But your dodge is going to be filled the entire time. And that's using double MP trainers. So that you're just going to... That's probably the way I really like it. But I wanted to show you guys the dodge at work. The ninja reflexes. And people aren't kicking out of the 32 mil stomp. So this is actually probably my favorite. No touchy the board. This is basically, I think, how I would run him on my own roster if I were to get him, preferably with 100% move damage strap and a chic plate. I'm going to show you with the 50 because new gen straps are no guarantee. And this doesn't rely on the sub, and it's faster, and it probably will hit just hard enough if you stay away from showboats. Once you throw a chic plate on. So this, everything's ready, turn 1. The only thing I don't like is having to put the cross break gems down. But that's a very mild complaint. And you can see we're going to do 43 million. Which isn't fantastic yet. It kind of needs the chic plate. And it'll do a little bit more, obviously, at gold than 43 mil. Chic plate's going to make it basically 50. And gold, you probably figure about like 55-ish. You could also, if you have him use Triple H instead of Triple H Rex Regum instead of what's his face right there? R-Truth. So back to the triple green Sheik plate. If you're gonna use the sub, honestly, I think you're just better off going with this move set if you're gonna use the sub anyway, because Doink is better than a Sheik plate, or than the other green move, because he has 150%. So that's why I wouldn't triple green. Plus you'd lose all your move damage people because you'd have to do 3 MP trainers. So triple green Sheik plate is not good in my opinion. You're better off running a variant of this that you've seen. That's going to be less damage. So that's why I'm not going to run triple green. It's less damage and doesn't recycle. All right. So just so you can see, 43 million, we're going to hit this. It's basically going to go to 50 with the Sheik plate. There it is, 50 on the nose. And that's probably like 55 mil ish at gold. And just stay away from showboats. Now, were you to get 100% strap, I think this gets even more interesting. So just for those of you that may have 100% move damage strap, again, it's new gen, so there's no guarantee. Oops, I was this build. Let me go there. I'll throw 100% strap on him. Oops. There we go. Also, your green move damage substats would be make a huge difference on this kind of build, you know? Because his finisher is so big, even a 10% is what, 660k? So yeah, any green substats you could get is gonna add a decent amount. 50% on the strap is gonna add like 3 million. So we're probably doing like a 53 million pin now, at this level. And that's probably right around 60 at gold. Let's find out though. So before Sheik plate, we got 44 million. So yeah, this should put us right near 50. Interesting. I feel like, oh yeah, there's 60 mil on the pin. There we go. We must have crit. Check this. Anyway, Seth is pretty good as a fighter. I like that he's move damage a lot. He isn't Jacob Fatu as far as a fighter goes. He's not great Muda. However, I do like him probably in that third slot with this build set quite a bit because it's very fast. But all of that being said, it doesn't really matter because why I would want Seth, honestly, assuming I could get an affiliation, then I would never use him at all probably because he wouldn't hit hard enough and I wouldn't care. Because his real benefit is as a coach. So many multiply users. Yeah. Seth's really good. But Coach is his real shining star. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. It took me a while to do it, mainly because he's kind of funky, and I wasn't sure the best way to show that for this preview. So hopefully it was an okay preview. Again, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. Oh yeah, if you're curious about how you get Seth, you have to spend $100 to have the chance to get him, and that is no guarantee. He unlocks with the prize wall when you buy this $100 pack. It also gives you 50% off all main contest prize wall items, all the same items at half the price, plus exclusive access to Seth Rollins' Leonardo posters on the prize wall. It's 1.2 million prize wall currency and change for Seth. So on top of the $100 to have access to potentially purchasing him, you will need to earn 1.2 million plus prize wall medallions. So, I mean, best guess, if you do really well in events and you have a good faction and stuff, best guess is probably minimum like 500. I don't know that that's accurate though, because it's still early. We don't know what's coming, and potentially much higher. However, he is also in the loot, so if you get lucky, you can pull him. So in that way, he's much better than Tech Rocky, because Tech Rocky wasn't in the loot. This event is very similar to the Rocky event, by the way. So yeah, anyway, that's Seth in a nutshell, or shall I say in a turtle shell. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck out there. That was, yeah, joke even.